It's YouTubing time. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Delana Cherie, and welcome to the craziness of my channel. I make beauty and lifestyle videos, and I also do a lot of cool like cinematic tutorials, stuff like this. I've started like showing an example whenever I say cinematic tutorials because that's such a broad term that I'm like, probably a lot of people are like, what the heck does cinematic tutorial mean? It means that I just do really cool intros and outros. Anyways, speaking of cinematic content and stuff like that, I would like to talk about my New Year's resolutions for my channel because I have a lot of big things planned. Also, I want to talk a little bit about kind of what I think about New Year's resolutions in general. I was actually thinking about it a lot last night because I was like, I know that this is something I want to talk about, but I'm not quite sure exactly what I want to say. So whenever it comes to New Year's resolutions, I just very firmly believe that they should be realistic. And I know that a lot of people say that, like, oh, whenever you set a goal or whatever, like make sure that it's realistic. But what I mean by that is I think that a lot of people get really excited about the new year and they're like, okay, new year, new me, fresh start, you know, let's just get it all together in one day. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's just not going to happen. Whenever it comes to setting resolutions and goals for yourself, first of all, I don't think that you should wait until the new year. I think it's always better to start right here, right now. So with that said, I think that whenever you set up New Year's resolutions and goals for yourself, obviously you can set new goals and you can start on new journeys, but I think that the majority of your goals and the majority of your focus should complement something that you're already doing. So like say I started drinking more water, but I didn't necessarily set a goal for myself in terms of drinking more water. I just thought to myself, oh, I want to drink more water. And so I started a little bit drinking more water. Well, since I've already started drinking more water, why don't I go ahead and set a goal for myself? I'm going to drink 5 glasses of water for this new year. You know, that's gonna be my goal. I've already started working on it, but now let me set some parameters to push myself even further. You know what I'm saying? And same with like working out. If you want to start working out, don't wait until the new year. Start working out right now, and then as the new years come and you've already started practicing what you want to do, after you've already started practicing something, you kind of get a better idea of how you want to do it and how it's going to fit into your life. Because I think that it's really easy to sit down and say, ooh, I'm gonna wake up at 8 o'clock every morning and I'm gonna go to the gym and then I'm gonna eat a protein bar and then I'm gonna drink a full glass of water and whatever it may be. It doesn't even have to do with working out, but it could just be like journaling every morning, or it doesn't matter. It's really easy to sit down and put it down on paper, but then once you start it, you're not exactly sure how it's going to fit into your life. So I think before you put it down on paper, start doing it, and then you'll kind of start to figure out, okay, maybe I can't wake up every morning to go work out, but I can wake up 3 days a week to go work out. That is what's realistic for me, because I think that the reason a lot of people fail with their New Year's resolutions is because they paint this picture in their head of like, okay, I'm going to be this way this year. And then as soon as they fail that, it defeats them and they want to give up. So I think if it's something that you're already working on right now, then just enhance it. Set standards, set parameters, you know, maybe if I'm getting up 3 days a week to work out already, maybe I'll try doing 4 days a week, or maybe on those 3 days a week, I will start working out like a half hour longer. If your goals and your resolutions are complementing something that you're already working towards or that you're already doing, then you're more likely to stick with them because you're building that in small increments. So there is one thing to think about whenever you are setting New Year's resolutions. However, another thing that I want to point out is you may be wanting to start a whole new project this year. Like maybe you've been sitting on something, thinking about something for a long time, and you haven't taken any action towards it yet. And this new year, you're like, this is the year that I'm going to do it. I'm going to start painting more, or I'm going to start a YouTube channel, or I don't know, whatever it may be. I think that you should start right now. Now I know that I'm uploading this after the new year, but this is just what I think about New Year's resolutions and goal setting in general. Start as soon as you can, because everything else will come by the wayside. If you feel like you sit down and you plan it all out, I feel like it's very easy to get overwhelmed. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Like, stick to your goals, but don't put so much pressure on yourself that if you fail once, you feel like you just have to give up. There was one quote, I forget exactly who it was by, but they talked about how the key to success is not doing it right every single time. The key to success is being able to bounce back. So no matter how many times you fail, always bounce back. No matter for how long you fail, always bounce back. So I didn't work out for 3 weeks. Oh my gosh, I might as well just give up and start again next year, or start again next month, or whatever. No, don't start again next month, next year, whatever. Start again right now. For me, I have this might be TMI, but I have a really great habit of getting back into my workout routine right before my period starts, and my period will get extremely painful if I try to work out on my period. So what I did is, even though I can't push myself very hard, if at all, in terms of working out on my period, I started waking up early and going to the gym anyways. Even if it meant that I just sat in the sauna for 30 minutes to an hour, I am creating that habit. So take what little you can do right now and do it. And then eventually everything will start to snowball, and you'll be able to do more and more and more as you get the hang of things. And so that is what I think about New Year's resolutions altogether. I think that they should complement what you're already doing, or enhance what you're already doing, or challenge what you are already doing to take you further. That's not to say that there's any shame in starting a new project. Absolutely start a new project, but if you're going to start a new project, don't go too far and be like, oh, I'm gonna do all this and this, you know, break it down, start with one little thing and let it snowball. So then I thought it would be cool to kind of share what was the biggest thing that I learned in 2018. So what I'm going to do is leave a comment down below asking what you guys learned in 2018, like what was your biggest lesson, or just one of your biggest lessons, or whatever it may be. For me, I really feel like this past year, my eyes were open to how self-centered we can be. I realized that the reason that I would take things personally a lot and stuff like that is because we as humans are naturally very self-centered. It's to a fault to where even something that looks like you're just so tenderhearted and kind and innocent that offended you. It's like, no, that offended me because I believe that everything is about me. For example, like whenever I am at work and a customer gets angry that we're out of stock on something that they wanted, I don't take it personally anymore. Well, for the most part. I mean, it's still something that I'm growing and I'm learning. It's like, I used to, and I think it's natural for a lot of people to be like, wow, why did that person have to act that way? And it's still like, okay, why do you have to get upset about that? But it's not to a point to where I'm like, why did she have to talk to me that way? Like, I didn't do anything, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, exactly, you didn't do anything. It's not about you. It's so weird because now I feel like I have this mentality of whenever I say hi to somebody and they don't stop and say, hey, how are you? Like, they just kind of walk past and they're just like, hey, I'm good, you know, and they just move on. It's like, I'm not like, oh, what's her problem? You know what I'm saying? It's more of, wow, they probably have something going on that has nothing to do with me, so I'm gonna give them space. It's a totally different outlook on life, and I've found that ever since I realized that about myself and about a lot of humanity, honestly, I am so much of a happier person. It's so freeing whenever you realize that the world, that people's emotions, how people react to what you say, how people react to situations in general and everything like that, 9 times out of 10 has nothing to do with you. It has something to do with the way that they process information, or it has something to do with maybe something happened that day to that person and now they're in a bad mood, or they're already frustrated, or, you know, you never know. But just not taking it personally and just being like, I can talk to a very rude and mean client and then I can walk away from them and be like, yeah, that wasn't about me. And I don't take it personally, and it doesn't weigh on me the rest of the day like it used to. Yeah, I just think that it is such a freeing thing to look at life at face value and not read into every little thing. That was probably one of the biggest things that I learned in 2018 that I feel like really changed my outlook on life in general. And now moving into 2019. Now there are actually A lot of things that I cannot talk about because there are a lot of things in the work, like really, really big plans that I have in the works for 2019. But I will definitely tell you, just like it has been for this past year, my big focus for 2019 is obviously my YouTube channel. And me and Megan and Hillary, which some of you guys have probably met on this channel before, some of you guys might not have yet, they are the ones that help me actually film and photograph all of the like cinematic content that I do. And I am very passionate about the film industry and production and stuff like that, and just content creation in general. Even though makeup has kind of been my outlet, I would say my main source of like interest is like production. All that to say that I would just like to prepare you guys to start seeing a lot more cinematic content. It will still be beauty and makeup and lifestyle focused. So here's the thing with cinematic content in general, it takes a really long time to plan, film, and edit. So even though I will still be doing a lot of cinematic content, and that will be my main passion, my main focus, and that's kind of where I want to gear my channel towards, I can't release, like in October I did a cinematic video every week, you know what I'm saying? I won't be able to do that. In fact, right now we're planning a cinematic video for once a month because I have like some big ideas for my channel that I think would be really huge, but they're going to take a long time to work on. Maybe expect some schedule changes in terms of like upload. I'll still be consistent, I will still be uploading every week, but I'm still kind of figuring out the nitty-gritty and the details. We actually just had a meeting a couple days ago kind of talking about the direction of my channel and what I want to do and stuff like that. We have like some really cool ideas, but they're going to take a long time to work on. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm only uploading once a month. That's just the cinematic part of everything. We're still figuring out how doable it is for all of us, but needless to say, big things in the work. I'm super excited. And then also I am wanting to gear more of my videos and my Instagram towards beauty and lifestyle. So not necessarily like vlogs and stuff like that. I mean, you guys know that I do a little bit of vlogging here and there, but I want to get more into fashion, like doing some hauls and stuff like that. Like I know that there's Pretty Little Things is a big thing right now. There's like Windsor, there's Fashion Nova, like all of those affordable sites that have like really cute clothes. Doing some hauls for you guys so that you can see the clothes like tried on and everything, I thought would be fun. I don't know how often I'll be able to do them because obviously you gotta buy the clothes and you gotta try them on, you gotta wait for them to get in and like all this kind of stuff. So since I'm just kind of dabbling my feet into hauls, I'm not quite sure yet how often I can do them, but look forward to that in 2019 on my channel as well. I definitely want to eventually make my hauls more cinematic as well. I just want to put a cinematic twist on everything so that it's like pleasing to the eye and it's like me and it's like my style and it's like not your average beauty video. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of where my heart is. The last thing that I wanted to talk about is, and this isn't like a year long, well, it actually will be a while because it'll be 6 months, but I just ordered Invisaligners, which I thought that you guys would probably be interested in seeing my journey with that. So I am going through a company called Smile Direct, and I thought that I would film my journey on it so that you guys could see like my transformation. So if you see me wearing Invisaligns in my video, that is why. I will do like a whole transformation journey because they also send you like a whitening kit and stuff like that. So I am super excited about that. And then lastly, I plan to be super organized this year, and I got this planner. I talked about it in my what I got for Christmas video right here. If you guys again want me to do a planner layout video, let me know down in the comments below. I will leave a comment asking so that you guys don't have to remember everything that I'm asking in this video. I will list all the questions that I asked to see if you guys are interested in them. But yeah, I just plan to be super organized. What I've learned about being super organized is that you actually have to plan time to plan. Sounds kind of ironic, but it's so true. What I've realized is that you are far more efficient if you make yourself, even if you feel like you don't have the time, but if you make yourself sit down and plan everything out, you will get more done. That is another thing that I have learned, and that's going to be a big focus for me in 2019. All right, guys, so let's make 2019 the best year ever. I feel really good about 2019. I'm wishing you guys the best 2019 ever. Let me know what your New Year's resolutions are down below. I will see you guys in Tuesday's wear test. Bye!